What's up, everybody? This has been with another crypto update, and I know it's been a while. I've been busy with another uh, company that I have that I own. It's been a couple crazy busy weeks, and then my 5-year-old son or 4-year-old just turned 5 over the weekend, so it's been crazy. I've had a lot of time to look at the charts, which is actually kind of nice because it lets you see it in a different perspective if you take a break from it. So like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my videos. Retweet, help me get the word out if you would. So here is the overall vibe of this video. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. The importance of breaking previous lower highs is what allows us to build bullish structure and continuation. When lower highs are not broken, then we get what we see here, or we get what we see here, or whenever you want to look at a downtrend. So on this whole downtrend, after this perfect bear flag here and our all-time high up here, we have not been able to break a lower high. We've tried on multiple occasions on Bitcoin to come up and break lower highs, and we fail, we fail, we fail, we fail, we fail. We come down, we fail again, we come up, we think we're going to break this one. Nope, we fail here. We do this huge cup. We think we're coming up to break this lower high, but guess what? We don't. We put in another lower high again. So we fail, we come down, we fail, we continue to fail, right? All the way down till finally, I think I tweeted about it, at some point, one of these double bottoms is going to play out on these coins, and it's going to put in what could be a bottom, or at least a temporary bottom, and continuation as long as we break lower highs. So lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. That's all I'm saying. And that's why I believe that this move on Bitcoin is more significant than just a relief bounce. We are actually breaking lower highs for the first time in many, many weeks, actually, on this downtrend. This was our first one. And I know it's not much, but we blew through it and we broke this lower high. Finally, we flagged out and we pushed against this next lower high, which is way back here at the beginning of June. We broke through that one here with a very significant candle, and even better, a retest. Now this is textbook. This is what you want. Now I like this right here because it's a bull flag. I would have liked it better had this come up and retested here. I would have liked it even better, but it didn't. It just kept kind of pushing, which is okay. We pushed through. But this one is perfect. I mean, we blow through this lower high. We hit the lower highs above it. We get knocked back down and come down, and look, just the most perfect retest on the lower high that we just broke here, right? So, I mean, it's a textbook move right here to come down and hit this lower high. Let me see if I can move this down so we can have more space here. Just a perfect move here. And continuation is almost, it's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed here. But this is what you want to see. We pushed up through this lower high. We broke this lower high here. We pushed up into the next one even and broke it. But then the more significant thing is that we came back down to test this lower high here, which is so important and something that I really love to see. You know, guys, or you guys know that I'm a structure guy. I like to see structure. I like to see lower highs broken and then retested. It just proves that we have broken it, and yes, we have reclaimed it as support, at least on a lower time frame, and allowed us to have some continuation. So here are some numbers you should have on your chart if you don't have them. These are pretty significant lower high numbers, everything in the white boxes. And there are levels that we're going to have to break. And there's a lot of resistance here between these before we get to the Mac Daddy 42,000 here, which is one of the biggest lower highs that we need to break through for continuation. Now, why do I think this move is more significant? Let me show you a little ditty here on the daily. So this is the daily. 42K was our all-time high after 20K happened. Think about how long ago that was, back in December. We broke through 20K and we made this huge run up to 42K, right? New all-time high. Then we start coming back down. We retest this level, which is why I have it marked. And then we start to come back up. But guess what? All we did was come back up and we stopped here on this candle right here. And we put in a lower high here below this 42. And then we had a pretty bad candle after it as well. And you say, Ben, we did not put in a lower high. We put in a higher high right here. Well, the significance of this candle is Elon Musk. So I remember this time right here and thinking, okay, this run is going to come back down and do kind of a double top kind of thing and come down and check this again, and then maybe we take another run up, and bounce off 42 and try to go, right? Because of the way this was playing out. Well, then that morning happened where Tesla had to release their financials, and everybody finds out that they bought a ton of Bitcoin. And so you have the Elon candle, which was a $10,000 day that pushed us up above, even though we seem to be not in great shape here. Pushed us up into here and caused all of this, which was some higher highs, but nothing special at all. Eventually turned into this big bear flag, and then guess what? We have now worked our way back all the way down to where we were here, right at it. You can see here and here, we're right there. We've worked all our way back down, which we would have probably done here had Elon not said, or not put out that Tesla bought a bunch of Bitcoin. So we've come back down to where we should have been anyway. We had this symmetrical triangle, or this bear pennant, you want to call it, which is usually a continuation pattern. And I did tweet as well that a lot of times on these pennants, after a bunch of bounces, sometimes the first move can be a fake out breakout, if you will, a FOBO. And we got it right here. We broke down. Everyone was saying we're bearish, we're done. We're going to come down and test these lows, and they may not even hold. Who knows what happens, right? Next day, we come right back up. We're back into our hole. Back into our pennant. And then look at right to the point, and we have broken bullish out of it. There's no denying it at this point. And the reason we can say that is because we are actually breaking these lower highs. And we're breaking these lower highs, and we're testing the next lower highs. And that is why I believe that this move is significant and not just a relief bounce, at least up until now. Like I said, this is great structure here for Bitcoin. I love the fact that we retested, and I'm going to be watching over the next few hours to see if we could break this lower high at 44.3412, right? That's where we are, right here. That's what we want to break. And you can see how significant it is. These lines matter. Look at this. Look at this one. Came exactly to it to the penny. We're exactly to it to the penny here. And you can scroll all the way back to where we found it, exactly to the penny here, which is almost 3 weeks ago. These lines matter. And the big traders and the big guys, they trade off of whether or not these lower highs get broken or not. And so this is what I'm watching specifically here. Love this retest. I wouldn't even care If we get a double retest, put in kind of like a double bottom off of this lower high here, I don't want to see us lose this lower high. You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if we came down and hit this one and then came back up and came, did something like that. But it's just a mental thing. When you start to see it come down, people start to give up. It's just what we do as humans. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking at. The mother of all lower highs is this 42K. Everyone's going to be shorting that thing. And so it's going to take quite the momentum to get up and get through it. But another thing you can look at on the daily is look at the volume here. Look at this cluster of volume here compared to these days. And these were the days where we were moving up, right? Price action was going up. Volume wasn't doing all that great. Look at volume is coming in to Bitcoin now. We still have another hour on this day, and look, we're already a good chunk above where we were yesterday and even over the last 4 days. So volume's coming in, things are looking good, but lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We have to continue to break them. We have to continue to test them, punch at them, stab at them, try to get above them and retest. The retest is the key. I love to see it. I think we're on a good path here. And all of this is going to affect all of our favorite alts. Algo, here's H-bar. Here's a good example. H-bar has not broken its lower high yet. Remember how we marked this? It's put in this nice double bottom just like Bitcoin, but it has not come up and broken this lower high yet. It hasn't even tested it, hasn't even hit it. So H-bar's got to get up here, touch this, and or break through, and I would love to see a breakthrough and then retest and go, just like this arrow, right? So we can go through every alt if you wanted. If you're into Doge, it's the same way. It's got to break this lower high here. It has not done it yet. Bitcoin is, and that's great. And if Bitcoin runs, hopefully the alts run with it, and or maybe they are delayed a little bit and they lag. But if Bitcoin goes up, I believe the alts are going to follow as well, at least at some point. So I'm rooting for Bitcoin here. It's kind of the only thing I'm really watching, and especially these lower highs. So mark these on your charts. These are the levels that you should be watching. And let's see what happens over the next few hours. I would love this daily to close above this line right here, which is 44.34. It's only a couple $100 away from right now. If it could push up and get into this area and close a daily above this lower high, it would be pretty significant in my book. We've had a great day already, so I can't complain. But that's where I'm at. All about the lower highs, all about the lower highs. So watch them. Let's try to break them. And if we do, I can see us continuing up, not because I'm predicting that's what's going to happen, but because typically in that state where we're having this structure form and we're breaking lower highs and this structure holds, continuation usually follows, right? So that's all I got for you. Hopefully these levels help. I'd put them on your chart and watch them, and let's see what happens. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.